We're live with session 9!
Yeah.
Session 9 of Fortunate Arrival.
Ooh.
Speaking of midwives.
Yeah. So, last we left off, the party had turned around to find two of their companions missing. And one that was missing in their place, because the mist is disorienting and things kind of happen. Now, as the party is approaching what appears to be a camp filled with Vistani travelers, you can see a familiar silhouette kind of very tiredly stumble out of the fog. And behind them follows a less familiar silhouette.
No, we have to go back.
Unfortunately, the mist says otherwise.
What? Can't be gone. Your friend's dead.
I know. Where are we now?
Those people over there?
Akaran? Rue? Crowley? Bramble?
Eleanor, Beathor, where the hells have you been?
I was
Beathor-
going to ask the same question.
Beathor's gone.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
Was Beathor your friend?
Beathor's gone, guys.
What happened?
I got pulled through the mist and ended up with, this is Pluck, by the way. I ended up with, her group somehow with Beathor and,
And then she puts a hand on your shoulder. I'm Pluck. So your friend here, Eleanor and Beathor, they came into the mist, into Strahd's castle, where my group had been taken days, weeks ago. He played with us for months. He just took us, he made us all go into his castle through the mist. And that's when it began. So when you look at, just what you're seeing a person dressed in leathers and darker color fabrics, looks very adventure-y, lighter armor, and she looks like an elf, but her skin is gray. So if you've seen like drow, you know that drow can come into anything from like a pale purple, bluish hues into the obsidian. Her skin is ash gray. And her hair, she has kind of short cropped hair with like messy on the top, but you don't know if it's white hair that's turning black or black hair that's turning white. It's not a natural look at all. So she's you see an elf, but it's off. Nothing that you've really seen before in your regular life. Like in your regular, society. But anyway, back to what she's saying to you guys. So we were taken, and that's when he set us loose in the castle, the hunt down, one by one by one. He said that he was tired of us roaming his lands, and the game was over. We fought back the best we could, but the way he fought, I've never seen anyone do it. He would move great distances within seconds. And while cutting someone with a sword, would then move instantly, cast a spell, and then cast another spell, and like just in seconds, casting spell after spell after spell. And he kept me, for some reason, he was fascinated by me, and he kept me alive the longest. Where then he would I don't know how to explain it. He would just he would pursue me, attack me, hurt me, and then let me go, letting me hide, making me think I was safe. And then he would find me again. So your friends here, your friend Eleanor and Beothor, came in through the mist right when he found me again, and I thought this was the time he was done with the playing. And Beothor seemed like he reacted first, jumped in the middle, and he got grabbed by Strahd. Strahd looked at us, and she's like clutching Eleanor right now. He ripped him apart with his bare hands. And then he looked at us and he said, with a toothy grin, "You can go now, but I'll see you and the others soon." And that's when the mist swirled around us and we were gone. And then we were here.
Well,
Well, that's a bummer.
yes. That.
Indeed.
You're sure he's gone? This isn't a trick that Strahd is playing to mess with us?
It happened right in front of me.
How do you know that he didn't tamper with your mind?
I have a very acute sense of smell for blood.
Hmm.
There was no more mind tricks. Mind tricks was before. If he hasn't been doing it with you guys, yeah, he will, because he started with us when we came here. What he did now was because he was done with us. He had a new game to play, he said, and he didn't want any more players on the board.
Well, if Eleanor is going to vouch for you, Luck, then you are welcome to join us in our struggles for survival. Though I do not speak for the rest of the. There is safety in numbers.
Do you plan on trying to eventually go against the devil?
The longer I am here, the longer I believe that that is my purpose. Yes.
Then I would very much like to be part of that again. There's got to be a better way of fighting him.
Irina will look at you and she will kind of like paw her chin for a second and be like, "I thought I remembered your group passing through town. It's a shame to hear they have joined Strahd's parade.
Pluck doesn't really say anything to that except to look more dour.
Well, there's one thing to note, that as long as that devil still, I guess, breathes, for a phrase, none of them can ever rest. All the more reason to see him dead.
Can agree to that.
Well, to catch you up, Aelinor, we are currently en route to Vallaki.
We had some
Not
sort
too
of
much has transpired. The funeral had concluded.
Are we in some sort of camp? Looks like.
Have not. We stopped when we heard your voices, but we have not. We know not what lies ahead there. Could be allies or enemies. We're probably like much farther, like out of game. We're probably much farther than it displays. Like if there was
Yeah,
a
you guys
camp,
are-
yeah, we're not like in the camp. We're like it's up ahead.
Yeah. You guys are down the road a little bit. You can see the campfire off in the distance, and you can see the like silhouettes of people around it. And even around the camp, you can definitely see some people that are dressed like those women from the tavern. But like that's the closest you can get through the fog. You hear lots of jingling and laughing and talking, though.
Look, you've been here longer than most of us. What do you know of Vallaki?
Mr. GM, what can I tell them about the Vallaki?
You haven't made it that far, but that's where your party was going.
Okay. So we also heard the Vallaki, who are traveling merchants of sorts, could be the bearer of a lot of information that's going on here. We were in the search for them, but it always seemed like we were a step away from them because they just kept moving. And then
Wait, what?
once what like
Vallaki kept moving? A town?
because they're nomad. They're nomadic.
No, not the Vistani.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's why I was like,
Vallaki.
Vallaki is the town we're heading to. The Vistani are the
Oh, I'm
people.
sorry. I thought we were going to be talking to the Vistani. I'm sorry.
I mean, that is likely
the
going to
Vallaki.
happen.
Yeah, but no, you were going to Vallaki because it's a fortified town.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
That's why I stopped you where you were. I was like, hold on.
I was getting a little confused too. Yeah.
Oh no, all good. Go back one step. So we heard about the town, and we just never got to the town. We heard that it was a little bit stronger than others, and there was people to talk to. We thought it would be a good place to figure things out and resupply, but he wouldn't let us go.
Are you both well enough to travel?
I can travel,
Physically.
but I'll definitely be following your cues.
Crowley turns to the rest of the group and initiates the conversation on what shall we do with the camp ahead. We go deeper into the woods and skirt around it. Should we stay on the road?
I don't think we should go deeper into the woods. That's a general rule.
Yeah. It would be a greater risk of encountering dangerous creatures. But equally unknown is what we can expect there. Aelinor, I think you interacted with the DM. The DM did say that we identify them as Vistani, right? Or
Yeah,
at least
you
dress
can
like
you
the
can
Vistani.
yeah, you can see that like a couple of the people passing around the tents and stuff like that are very obviously dressed like Vistani.
I did not interact with them. I do not know whether they can be trusted, whether it would be a good idea to expose ourselves to them. I do not know. Theothor was the one who interacted with them the most. Ismark, Irina, any of you?
I didn't have a long conversation with the two at the tavern, but they were helpful. Ismark, I think, and Irina, I think you'd know more than I would.
Well, they typically keep to themselves. They've never been particularly helpful, but they've never really gotten in our way either.
So I don't feel it would be dangerous to just stay on the road. I don't think they would bother us then.
Perhaps if we are swift enough, they will leave us alone. They might not even notice.
I mean, I can, if you need it, I can scout ahead if you need me to take a better look at things. That's what I did with my group.
Not a bad idea.
If you think it's a good idea.
Exposing only one of us versus all of us.
So she looks at all of you. So what kind of information are you looking for? Are you just do you want to know if they're a bunch of like weapon wielding armored people or just normal people? Um, do they look like I don't know what you already know about this game. What are you looking for? Or just the easiest way to get around them?
We need to get past them, around them. Vallaki
I
is
can
our destination, and if they are going to present themselves to be a problem to that goal, then that is what we need to know.
well if you're um I can go and see what's going on. I can try to get closer to the group without being seen and just see if there's a good way of getting just around them a safe way.
Crowley nods, but there's more than just Crowley here.
Yeah, she's addressing everyone. She just if you guys all think it's worthwhile, unless someone wanted to just go and talk to them or something.
I'll go talk to him.
Mm.
I'm not sure if that's the best idea.
I'll go.
Maybe we take a peek to see if they're hostile looking first and then go from there.
That's less fun.
You just like getting in trouble, don't you?
I just want to talk to people.
I think, and this is the first word Rue has said since finding out about Beathor, by the way.
Right. Noted.
I think we should all go, because if they're going to be a problem, I have some emotions to work through.
That's fair. She says that very like blankly because she very much agrees with you.
And then Pluck nods and just like kind of a single nod. And then she makes sure that like she has a bow in her hand and makes sure there's an arrow also not notched or anything, but it's like ready in case there's a fight.
Okay.
I will not make decisions for you. I will give my advice. This is the will of the group, then that is what we shall. But I will stay back.
All right. So you got. So who's approaching? Who's doing what?
I'll go.
There's two brambles like sprinting, and we're like, ah!
Rebel's like, yay, people!
I get a child's harness for him.
It's chilly and they have a fire and it looks nicer over there. What are we waiting for? Let's go.
I'll
Are we
let.
going?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to start
Yeah.
moving.
Okay, I'll go. I start walking.
And I'm gonna stay closer, like further in the back, not as far back as Crowley, but I'll stay in the back. No, because it seems like Crowley really wants to
yeah.
be by himself, so she's just not even. She doesn't want to encroach on that.
Yeah, Crowley had his like when you approached and he realized that you weren't Beathor, like he flipped his hood up to like hide the undead thing and like kept it enough distance to obscure himself, just enough, you know. And yeah, he'll be at like the edge of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Is it that the road goes like around here?
I think this is the beach for the river.
And that's
I
the
see.
road.
No, you guys are coming from like a field. Technically, the road is down a little bit.
Okay.
So is Bramble gonna continue on the field or go on the road?
I was going to go on the road.
Okay, go on the road. You can get to about here before people are going to start talking to you.
Okay, that's where I will go. Let me move me. I can't do this.
Uh-oh. Can you not move yourself?
Hold on. Like here?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Nope. Sorry, Pluck. Moving you for a second. Boop.
Karin also hanging back.
Yeah, what's Karin doing? Drozen?
Drozen, you're supposed
You'll-
to eat human food, not cat food.
Bueller?
I think Drozen is
Bueller.
frozen.
Bueller.
Hello?
Maybe he's having technical difficulties.
He's got a wireless headset. Even if he's pooping, he can hear us.
Yeah, but I don't know if his mic is wireless like that.
It is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But he may have it muted if he's pooping.
Yeah.
That's true. And thank you.
Yeah.
Open serious business, okay?
Arvin.
Where'd he
To
go?
speak on his behalf to keep things moving forward, maybe he's just hanging out back with me.
Or he's praying.
Yeah.
It's up there.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's fine.
moved.
You can always
No,
join.
I just
It's
did that.
alive!
I did that. Don't get your hopes up.
Ghosts.
All right. So, Bramble, as you guys approach, you're gonna see as two of the Vistani like look at each other. One of them punches the other in the shoulder and goes, "You owe me 20 gold." Madame Eva's always right. Told you she said that there were going to be adventurers coming today.
Fuck off. No way.
Do what I do.
I say, ooh, adventurers are coming? When?
It should be right about now. You guys should check the big tent behind the camp over here. She's been waiting for you.
Oh, so we're the adventurers. We're not really adventuring, per se.
You're a little late. Must have been a busy trip.
This is a strange conversation. I'm Bramble, and these are my pals. How you doing? What do they look like?
Well, they're 12 guys that all look the same.
Looks like a bunch of orange folk. Am I talking to orange people?
So basically,
Oh no, it's a camp of gingers. Get them.
when you think of like a Romani traveler, that's what these people are dressed like.
Okay. Mix of male and female, or mostly guys?
Mix of male and female. It's a bunch of different people.
So, like colorful, colors they're dressing in, lighter materials, very mixed match.
They do have like they have like sabers and things on their side, so they're not unarmed, but they make no motion to draw for their weapon.
Okay.
Good to know.
In fact, they all like seem to maintain a very casual and relaxed posture. Like they're all drinking, sitting around the fire, and just chilling out. One of them is playing a lute in the corner.
Huh. You guys seem very friendly.
We try to be. Just don't get it on our bad side.
Don't plan on it.
I wasn't gonna.
You said we're expected in the large tent?
Yes. Madame Eva has been waiting for you.
And who is Madame Eva?
She's our matriarch, but also a seer of sorts.
Rue just walks towards the large tent and ignores them.
I can't believe her name is.
Okay. Obviously, they let you pass, like, no problem.
Okay. I'll do the same.
I'm wondering if Drosen died. What happened?
I texted him, and he hasn't even looked at it yet.
He might be getting smothered by his cat.
I think more likely he fell asleep.
Yeah, I think that's really the real answer. I could probably call him, but
Hello.
Since I'm not in this scene anyway, why don't I give him a call? So that way you don't gotta pause everything.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
That's funny.
That is funny. All right, you're coming up.
Yeah, who's playing music?
That might be the roll 20. Yeah, that's
no. I mean,
I
in the
said
camp.
Yeah, that's this guy back here is playing a lute.
Okay, I'm gonna take a detour to check that out before I go to the big tent.
Yeah.
Like I immediately get distracted. Like that's nice music. So I'm gonna go chill over there for a hot second.
Hello, I like your instrument.
Yeah.
Fizzbang, why are you calling me separately?
Because you were like dead to the world for a while. Are you alive?
Yeah, I've been listening. I just didn't see a spot to enter.
We've been trying to
And
talk
talk
to you.
you.
We were all calling
That I
you for
didn't.
a minute.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I tried
Dude,
calling him.
we-
He didn't
Yeah.
answer. Wait,
he's here.
is he
No, he's
here?
on now.
Yeah.
This is also a very strange conversation.
What the fuck is happening right now?
I don't know.
You may have nodded off for a second.
Remember when this was an anime podcast?
I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Oh man. All right.
Yeah, we were trying to talk to you for a while. I just called you to like make sure you weren't dead.
I am not dead.
Not dead.
I'm happy.
Not dead.
Yeah.
That's amazing. What happened?
Excellent.
The majority of the
Well,
group has
okay.
moved forward to go talk to the Vistani woman, Madame Eva. Apparently, that's her name. Who fucking knew? Goddamn, not me.
And this is a Vistani camp.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can be with the majority of the group, or you can have hung back with me, which is what I had declared while you were incapacitated.
Is Crowley roughly where he is in this map?
Probably, unless literally everybody just left Irina and Ismark alone there by themselves.
I'm assuming they wandered in as well.
Yeah, they're gonna stick with the majority.
All right.
So if Crowley can see us, I'm like gesturing for him to like sneak around. If he
I don't
wants
think
to.
Crowley can see you. I think
Oh, do you not
Crowley
have dark
could have
vision?
like seen. Well, dark vision doesn't help with fog. I think
You can
Crowley
see-
stayed far enough away to see the silhouettes, and then y'all did the most unexpected thing ever: walked into the camp. I think Crowley's freaking out right now.
Why?
That is very much not at all what I expected them to do. Probably preparing fireball to drop in the middle of the group or something. I don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah, don't you worry about Crowley. Crowley will worry about Crowley. He'll skirt around, probably through the woods around the road to be ahead, because if you do survive whatever's about to happen, he will expect to just meet you on the road.
They don't have like a spare instrument that I could pick up, do they?
There's tambourines and stuff laying around.
Yes.
I know what I'll do.
That's that. Yes.
I'm going
It's
to
almost like the perfect.
Rue, what were you saying?
I'm going to use thaumaturgy to make my voice boom up to 3 times as loud.
Okay.
Bramble, we'll meet you inside the large tent.
So Crowley can hear us.
Darn tootin'.
And I'm just like, warning next time.
And I let the
you,
spell
you
drop.
make some you make some noises with the tambourine for sure.
Definitely.
You're like banging it
I've
on
never
his
played a tambourine before.
ting ting ting.
Oh, all right. So, Rue, do you step into the tent?
Yes.
I do
Okay.
too.
As soon as you step into the tent, because I'm imagining Rue steps in first.
I assume it's a one person doorway.
Yeah. Hold on. Do that.
Ah,
Ah.
Jesus, that's terrifying. What is that?
An old lady.
Horrifying.
Am I allowed to step in or no?
You're allowed to step
Okay,
in as
I was
well.
just double checking.
Yeah, and
Yep.
and Paul steps in after.
Yeah. So after Rue steps in first, Madame Eva looks up and goes, "Ah, Rue. It's not so long ago you were still training with your lady in silver, right?
Correct.
Long way from home you are."
That is unclear. Since I have no idea where we are technically.
Well, a place between places. So,
Well, that's crystal clear.
So halfway there.
and Eleanor,
Hi.
still running from your lineage?
Hmm. Unsure.
Interesting place to find yourself if that's the case.
Yeah. Don't like it.
Are your friends doing well?
One is gone.
That is sad to hear. Which one?
I'm assuming you somehow know all of our names, but Beathor.
Ah. I thought it was odd I didn't see him in the cards.
Was Pluck stepping into? I made
Yeah,
space.
Buck went in after you.
Okay, I made sure there was space in the square.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and if Pluck
You have
Pluck
to
also
put me in.
steps in.
You have to put me in.
Hmm?
You have to,
Okay.
You have to move through the middle.
Yeah, go through the middle.
okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, you have to physically move through the doorway. Even though the doorway is not centered on a square. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
No, but you move in, and again, Madame Eva will also address you and be like, Pluck, it's a shame that the rest of your friends weren't able to make it this far.
And she just kind of like gives her very like just a mean look. Like that's a wound that's like too fresh. And that's her reply.
I would imagine that for you all, the roads are fairly muddy at the moment. Would you like me to clarify them for you? So you see her take out a large deck of cards and a smaller deck of cards and start shuffling them. She kind of gestures to the seats at her table.
I feel at this point, any leg up we can get on our host would be best. Rue takes a seat.
Eleanor kind of shrugs and nods at the same time and then also sits.
Pluck kind of like finds like the tent post and just kind of leans on it. Well, but stays standing.
All right. And I hate to do this, but I'm going to use the bathroom real quick.
Oh, that's okay.
Go piss, girl.
We'll take a bio
You know,
break.
those old lady bladders.
Just like a grandma.
It's like a child's bladder.
You know, for a split second, I was like, sweet, I could use my ability. That's the wrong game.
Like shit, I'm having
Dang it.
what?
Your
Who am
ability,
I?
what?
The one I can use in Pathfinder to whisper to people.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, well, I have the opposite of that. Yelling.
Yelling really loud.
That's okay. I almost took a feat specifically to mess with our telepathic character in our Wednesday game, and I was like, as fun as that would be, I should probably take something more useful.
So anime's cool.
Sometimes.
Fizzbang, your options give me too much power on your
All right, I'm back.
I mean, you have power over me, but that's just what the price I get for selling my soul.
I don't know how to set those up yet on mine.
I'll walk you through it sometime. They're not too difficult. They're kind of hidden, and there's a bunch of like pre-done ones.
Cool.
Now I gotta find a place to do this.
What's this $150 one? Or
Uh,
$150 bubbly one?
Tell me what it's called.
It looks like it's in German, so I'm not
Oh,
sure.
Gesundheit. I sneeze a lot. Yes, it is German. It means bless you, or some translation. I'm sure it's some like mean version of you sneezed, you got now you're going to hell.
Well, if we want that, we gotta look at Finnish.
All right, guys, I'm back. So
I actually just
Right.
legit never knew the spelling of Gesundheit.
I had to look it up. It means
Good health to the one who just sneezed.
yeah, it's good health. Yeah.
Oh, now I need to look up what the Finnish version is because I'm sure it actually is mean.
Used to wish good health, especially to one who has just sneezed.
Plop.
I'm drawing cards now.
Oh,
Hold your faith.
I am surprised. The Finnish version is not mean. It's just for health. Usually Finnish things are mean.
Can you give an example? I would love one.
So I can't pronounce it, but the Finnish version of boyfriend or girlfriend is basically the person I hate least.
That's pretty great. I like that a lot.
Because they're pretty metal in Finland.
Poikaystävä.
Card time. Let's see if this goes as well as the time oh,
Poikaystävä.
what's his username
I think
on
it's
here?
Poikaystävä. I courtesy of Google Translate noises.
Mhm.
What the shit? Why did
3.
D&D Beyond just give me that performance roll?
So let's hope this goes better than the time Bubba Boar had did the cards with us in our last game and gave us something we really shouldn't have had at that level. Right, Pluck?
Here, have a plus 12 greatsword.
We were given a Holy Avenger.
Same difference, right? I don't know what that is.
Pretty much. It was the Holy Avenger, right?
This weapon one-shot Strahd, even if on a natural 1.
Almost.
I enchant this
All
to
right.
heat seek Strahd.
So in front of you, Madame Eva places 5 cards in a cross-like pattern.
Oh, I know that one.
She will reach over to the leftmost card, and she will say, "This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will better help you understand your enemy." And she flips it over to reveal. I should have handouts for this.
Ooh, handouts.
Yay, handouts.
I thought there were art handouts for that.
Well, if you want, I can just look them up real quick and bring them up.
I could have swore I had things for this. I guess not. Okay. I can do it this way.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna put them in the order that I draw them on the map on the bottom right corner.
Okay.
Yo,
Oh, is
Stexon,
that
how's
what
it
that
going?
creepy token is?
Yep. Yeah, because I do have artwork.
We
And
are
which card was
drawing
it?
cards with Madame Eva of the Vistani camp. We're just waiting on the DM to figure out the artwork that he had for the cards.
She
for
draws the
tarot cards, I
observer.
guess.
It should have a nameplate now. Can you see it?
Yeah.
I see it.
Okay. Right.
Glad to hear you're doing good. Oh, they're called Tarroka.
I see a fallen house guarded by a great stone dragon. For information on your enemy, you will look to the highest peak.
Yeah, my travel
And
home
then
from Magfest
put the
was really simple
northmost
and
card
good, like no problems whatsoever.
and
Got home
reveal
with like the
the
last little
swashbuckler.
bottom line of gas in my tank. Yeah, we made it though. I hope the rest of your mag after that dinner was really good. Ooh.
This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection. A holy symbol, one that represents great hope. I see the skeleton of a deadly warrior lying on a bed of stone flanked by gargoyles. Flip over the card on the most right. And reveal the Berserker.
Too soon.
I was thinking the same thing.
This is a card of great power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. This
That's weird. Every time you draw the
is
Berserker, it tells you about a sword. Weird.
you will want to find the Mad Dog's crypt. The treasure lies within, beneath blackened bones. You will flip over the fourth card. To reveal the Executioner. This card will shed light on someone who will help you greatly in your battle against the darkness. Well, that's interesting. It seems like you may already have him with you. Seek out the brother of the Devil's Bride. They call him the Lesser, but he has a powerful soul. Keep him with you. He will help you in the times to come.
Hmm.
And then she will flip the 5th card. And this card represents your enemy, a creature of darkness, whose powers are beyond those of any mortal. This card will shed some light on where you can find him. And she reveals the Broken One. This represents this represents the tomb of the man he held closer than any others. The one who suffered a great tragedy. Or at least from the devil's perspective.
Hmm.
If you must find him, look for his brother's tomb. He will be there. She takes her cards, shuffles them back into her deck, and the almost welcoming kind of aura she's been giving sort of immediately slips away, and she goes, all right, that is all that information that I can offer you. You may rest on the outskirts of camp, but see yourselves out accordingly.
We appreciate all of that. Thank you.
Wait, but why Why did you need to tell us this? You saw us coming. You gave us a lot of information. But why?
Because it's the will of fate. I will answer no more questions. Okay.
Buck just kind of looking at her like it, without saying it. The look is like and go, and just turns around and just as if done with it.
Fair.
Eleanor, we should leave.
Yeah.
This one reminds me too much of Shar.
Eleanor leaves about 5 gold just as a general tip and thank you because she does not want to unintentionally make them angry, but also knows it's good to tip fortune tellers.
She just kind of gives you a wry smile and
She knows
nods.
She knows better. Always tip fortune tellers.
Fuck that. She's using us as a fucking arrow in her bow to kill Strahd.
Mhm. Don't be rude to people who tell fortunes. They might do worse things. All right. Oh, these fun cryptic notes that I took.
If you wish to collect the others, I will go find a good place to set up camp.
Yeah. Just a quick question. Where should I put the weird cryptic notes I put? Because I don't think they go in loot.
No, hold on.
Hmm. RP?
Wait a second, damn it.
There
How about the chat that says session notes?
we go. Okie doodle. And then I go start trying to track everybody down.
So does everybody leave the camp?
Yeah,
I'm still hanging
I
out.
follow.
Yep.
I inform this group and then I go collect the small one.
Wait, are they letting me hang out though? Like the band?
I mean, like, as soon as the rest of the group comes out, like, they pretty much stop playing their music and start kind of quietly sitting there. If you're just hanging out, they don't really tell you to leave, but they're not paying any attention to you either.
Come on,
Okay.
Brundle.
I want to hang out with these guys.
It's time to go.
I don't want them.
I don't want to leave. We're by the fire and we're jamming.
Well, clearly the music has stopped.
Ooh, we're taking a break.
Bramble, it is time that we leave.
We're gonna go make a little fire of our own, and hopefully make some food, and get some rest.
You can go make friends elsewhere. Come along.
I got Pez candy.
Do the first people we met.
And they clearly seem to be done conversing with us. Let's get a move on.
You should listen to your friends.
All right. Well, do you guys want the tambourine back?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'll give them their tambourine back.
Yeah.
Let's go, Bramble. And with that, Alcarin just kind of like catches up to Rue.
Okay. Well, it's been fun. I shake everybody's hand. And I tell them that I'll be back. And I hope they can teach me to play the tambourine better. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Then I go, sadly.
All right.
What was that?
So I'm kind of like urging Bramble along.
Which part? The part where they were all smiles until they told us what they wanted us to hear and then turned cold?
The part where you went into their camp for any reason.
Oh, so there was a band, and the guy was playing, and then they let me play the tambourine with them. And they were pretty friendly until everybody came out of the tent. And then it got really sad and serious, and then we left.
They knew we were coming.
Yeah, that was a little unsettling.
All the more reason not to go into their camp then.
The more interesting part is while she knew much, there were still large gaps that she should have known.
I do not. What are you saying? I don't.
Their leader is a seer. She reads cards.
Okay.
She knew our names. She knew at least those of us she met, our pasts.
Unpleasantly.
But she didn't know who among us was missing.
Perhaps it's as simple as this. She only knows what Strahd allows her to know.
The question is her information reliable or a trap?
We should probably treat it as a bit of both. Proceed with caution, but
What
don't
information
necessarily
did she
turn.
give you?
Like cryptic and interesting at the same time.
So she gave
She
you
told
no
us-
information at all.
She told us where to find a weapon that could help us defeat him.
And that we may already have a strong ally with us.
Oh, who would that be? Literally says Eastmark.
It's me.
Yes, it's Bramble.
It's Bramble.
And we know possibly where to find him when we need to find him.
Here.
Right.
It's like pat Bramble on the head.
Well, if you don't think that our exposure to them has put us in any danger, then we should continue on. Or perhaps you all might need rest, given the time of day. Actually, I don't know what time of day it is. Somebody said set up camp, and now I think it's nighttime.
They had a
Well,
fire
you
in the
guys
shop,
were-
so
Yeah, you guys were traveling for most of the day, and we're getting towards the end of your travel when you arrived at the camp. So,
Gotcha.
I personally would like to put a little distance between us, but settling down for camp soon would be wise.
oh boy, this is gonna be a really fun question. Who wants to do the midnight watch?
Woo.
Is God asking or is a party member asking? Because there's a very big disparity there.
I'll do it.
Well,
Yes,
we
but
we already know somebody has to be on the midnight watch.
Yeah, Crowley will do
And Fluff was going to say that she doesn't think she's going to get any sleep, so she wouldn't mind taking any kind of late watch. I have a lot to think about.
Do as you please and take your time. Don't make yourself a liability.
I won't. I don't need a lot of sleep. To be fully functional. So yeah, if you guys are down, she'll take the midnight watch.
Sure. Crowley will take first watch, I guess.
And my watch will also involve just some praying, even though she knows currently Baethor is probably trapped spiritually here. She's still going to pray for him.
Nope, no, I don't want the. Yeah, there we go. That's what I meant.
That's a lot of numbers.
Ignore the 6. That wasn't supposed to be there.
I assume we've made a camp at this point, or like.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys can set up tents, no problem. If you want to try to like hunt or gather or make any food or anything, you can make a survival check.
I can try to. I can use a hunting gathering. Try it.
I can do that too. Or one of us can aid the other.
What's your survival?
6.
Mine's 7.
Okay, I will aid you to give you advantage.
Okay.
I have an RP thing I want to do, so I'll wait for all the dice rolling to happen first.
Yep.
God damn it.
You have advantage though. So, oh, is that with the
2d20
advantage?
Yeah, that was
kilometers per hour, 1 plus 7.
It's huh?
2d20 KH1 plus 7. Kingdom Hearts 1 plus 7. That's a game. That was a game.
Keep higher 1 plus 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So with advantage, it's 13 because fuck this dice rolling shit.
Fuck. Jesus Christ. Sometimes I think D&D Beyond is worse than Roll20. But
It's all garbage.
I'm
but yeah.
still not sure how you set that up.
Huh?
I'm just still not sure how you set up that D20 KH1 thing.
Well,
Options.
You just go into what you talk. Well, what I did.
Yeah.
You go when you're gonna roll, right? You know how you hover over a number and the red D20 with the Beyond D20 comes up. You right click over that and it gives you options to roll flat, roll with advantage, roll with disadvantage.
Oh.
You click on advantage and then you roll, so that way and then it just rolls and it automatically calculates what
it does
the
the same
advantage.
thing if you hold down shift, but it shows up differently.
Yeah, but I'm doing mine with my mouse.
Oh.
With my other hand, I'm eating a sandwich.
I mean, mine also just asks me every time it rolls because I told it to.
Yeah. All right. What?
Well, no extra tasties, but we got rations. It's okay.
Yeah, you managed to get some squirrels and some other stuff that you're able to put together enough to subsist. But yeah, you're not living in any luxury there. Okay. Yeah, so that's good for that. So what did you want to do, Crowley?
Crowley goes to Alcarin. Alcarin.
Yes, Corelli.
I have been thinking more on what you said about your sword issue. I believe I have at least some sort of idea on something we could do to try.
I'm willing to try anything. Get rid of this absurd thing.
May I hold it?
I should warn you, you can take it and you can throw it into a lake, a river. I've already tried it. It just winds up back in my hands within hours later.
I recall you mentioned as much. However, I have studied as part of my training under the eyes of Kelemvor how to blend martial prowess with magical authority. A trick that I know is how to communicate directly with a blade to form a bond with a weapon. An example: Crowley draws the windmill blade that he's been using since the death house, and he just throws it across the river into a tree, right? And then he snaps his fingers, and like with a flash like lightning, it like zaps back into his hand. There is certain tricks one can do when you have attuned yourself truly and fully to a weapon. I think if there is an entity within your weapon, I might even possibly be able to communicate with. This, of course, is not something I can guarantee, but at least it might shed some light.
There are those that we travel with that state that whatever entity is within this blade is not one that we would want to befriend. So I would advise against that. However, if you want to take this curse upon yourself and alleviate me of it, perhaps the light will see fit to bless me once again. And with that, he offers the blade to you. He offers the Ikawa to you.
The entire purpose for my existence is to live a life of service. If this is something you ask of me, I will do.
I'm curious if whatever is within that blade, whatever's happening to me, is even transferable.
It will not be quick. It will take roughly a bell's time. And DM, in case you're confused as to what the fuck I'm talking about weapon bond.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let you know what happens the minute you go to try that.
Yeah. I
yeah.
can create a weapon bond with 2 weapons, so up to 2 weapons. So I can do it with both the windmill blade and the Yikawa in theory. And I figured, if nothing else, this would be a very good moment for some RP, or for you to fuck with me too. Who knows? I will open myself up to this.
So basically, during your attempt to try to connect to the Ikawa, like you pick up the Ikawa, give me a perception check real quick.
Do you want both of us or just Crowley?
4.
Are you standing over him watching him?
7.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I just chucked it at him and like fucking, sped off like out of a fucking cartoon.
Okay, then if
Yeah,
you're
Crowley
standing
would
over
have
him watching him,
Crowley would have
exactly.
been like more fully explained the ritual and given like a bunch of magical jargon, because he's not just a meathead when it comes to magic. He does kind of know what he's talking about, and explain like, being you already have this connection, I think it would be disruptive for you to not be around, so make sure that you stay within, and we're going to meditate effectively. Can I use my hero point?
Yeah, the roll didn't match the RP at all.
Do you have an inspiration?
I sure don't.
Then no.
Okay.
So,
No,
yeah,
if
you
give
don't
me
notice
one.
any. Yeah, no. So you don't see anything like visually different about it, other than its normal appearance. It is
Inspect the
an
blade,
yeah, it's an Ikawa. It is made with an apparently Damascus blade. The handle is made out of like a black ebony, and it seems to have a almost leather face stretched over part of the handle. Like when you go to try to attune yourself to the weapon, you feel a almost rush of darkness kind of pass over you and absorb your vision. And then through that darkness, something strikes you as familiar. You can feel a sort of divine presence hidden behind it. And you can hear a voice. You're cute, but no. And then it completely shuts down, and you are unable to connect to the blade.
Crowley opens his eyes. What resides inside here? More than you understand. I sense within it a spark of divinity. Something I feel when praying to Kelemvor. Something I feel deep within my own chest. That which has given me this second chance at life. Rue might be able to give a better description, being a cleric. But there is something very powerful It has denied my attempt to bond with it.
Well, I told you, any and all attempts I've taken thus far to rid myself of this entity has ended in utter failure and destruction of property and people as well.
Yes, but
Not that I am proud of any of that, but
we have learned a few things at least. One, that this is not so much a curse as it is a willingly intelligent thing that wishes, a sentient being, one could say, that wishes to stay attached to you. Whatever its reasons are its own.
what luck. I've garnered the favor of some otherworldly entity.
The other is that we have potentially, perhaps with some tweaking to the weapon bond ritual, found a way that it might be possible to more openly communicate with it. Instead of the random chance that it chooses to open a pathway for communication. Perhaps. That would, of course, be something that needed to be. Not something I could promise you that I could do this night.
My fear is that, and if I want more open communication with this being, that it would require me to be less resistant to its call and its beckons, which is not
Alcarin, with full
something.
disclosure. If a god wanted you to do something, you would do it.
Depends on the deity.
Not out of
That's
your
a bit-
own free will. A god could make you do anything.
That is true. The fact that this thing has not forced me to do its bidding tells me that we are not necessarily dealing with a god.
I promise you, we are. Or something very, very similar. Divine sparks are not a common thing to come.
You see how Karn's face just dart from yours and directed, and his gaze is directed back at the blade.
So, you just as a passive perception, when you look down at the blade, you notice that the face on the handle is smiling.
What exactly are you saying I gave up long ago? Speak plainly. I'm owed that much.
He's clearly talking to the weapon, not to Crowley.
Oh yeah. That's why I made the description that like his attention darts from you
Right.
to the blade.
Crowley remains silent, waiting for some sort of something to maybe happen. Because he's heard it talk before, so this isn't crazy.
You can see that Karen's eyes are burning with frustration.
Crowley stands up from the position where he's sitting and walks over to Alcarin and just kind of puts a hand on his shoulder and I will work on this. We can try to communicate with it. You are not alone in this.
Perhaps
I
it is
am at your
safer if I was.
disposal. Now then, my time for watch approaches.
Mm. You see him just kind of glare at the blade silently. That goes silently. Anger erupting in his gaze. And that's kind of just like he's just kind of sitting there, just staring at it, and with pure unbridled anger and fury.
Who else is taking first shift with Crowley? Anybody?
I will.
Perfect. At some point during our watch, I in my head, Crowley like approaches you, as if to like have a conversation, but then in like the final moment between like, all right, now we're close enough to talk, he like quickly draws his blade and puts it to your throat, and he says, "You have explanations to be making."
For what?
What kind of demon are you?
I'm not a demon, first off.
Of course not, but you are some sort of foul creature.
I am not a foul
I
creature.
saw your fangs, vampire.
I keep forgetting you were asleep when I explained this to everybody else. I am not a full-blooded vampire. I am a dampier.
Crowley's eyes go wide with surprise at the word dampier. And they go from like intensity to despair. And he backs down and he like lowers his weapon. Says that all checks out.
I've never even tasted blood. I don't even feed on that. I basically, if someone's having intense dreams, that's the energy I unconsciously absorb, I guess.
You have my apology.
I
Okay.
understand why you reacted.
I thought for a second I was going to have to destroy you.
I understand based on Kelmvor's orders. Plus, I'm working towards hunting full-blooded vampires myself eventually.
You know what it is that Kelimvor teaches his followers of you?
Not entirely. I don't run into a lot of your faith where I'm from. I just know of your faith.
You and I have more in common than either of us first thought then. I'm gonna go watch on the other side.
Now
Again,
I'm
you
curious.
have my apologies.
Well, now I'm curious. What did they teach about me?
He takes a deep breath, even though he doesn't need to. So it's definitely for the dramatic of it. It's for the drama.
For the drama.
Yeah.
Fucking Anakin Skywalker over
yeah,
here.
dramatic bitch.
Making his fucking cape billow in fucking vacuum of space.
Exactly.
Okay.
I literally have the popcorn.
Oh my god.
Dompier are unfortunate creatures. You are close enough to life that you are to be granted this. but you are a cursed thing. Followers of Kelemvor are taught to pity.
Depending
Or
on which
piteous
person
thing.
you meet. Depending on which person you talk to, they either want to kill us regardless or pity us anyway, so pretty average. I was just lucky my grandparents chose to not kill me.
If the burden of your existence become too much weight to bear, let me know.
Oh, no. I much enjoy existing. I just want to find out some things before I die, preferably, but that is looking less likely while we're here.
Well, that may be how you feel now, but as the decades pass on, as the centuries turn, things may change.
Hmm. I wasn't sure how the aging thing worked.
It depends on the mixture of your blood.
I
Some
really
Dompier are known to live for a great long time, much like their progenitors. Others live a mortal existence.
I unfortunately don't know anything about my. I wouldn't call him progenitor technically. I think he is actually my father. So I don't really know anything. I'm pretty sure he's dead though. That's all I know.
Good. What do you know of Pluck?
I pretty much we stumbled upon her right before Strahd was going to kill her, and Beathor did what Beathor does and went to protect her, and that was the end of Beathor. And she looks really like she's looking off a 1,000-mile stare there as she says it. And she looked just as scared, frightened, frail as any of us would be, and as terrified as we all, be it consciously or subconsciously, were the first time we saw Strahd in person. Or if that was actually him or a figment. I'm not sure. Bramble's face might actually know if it was a person.
Well, the night is long. There are things to be done. As I said, I'm going to keep watch on the other side of our camp.
Mm-hmm.
When whatever of the sunrise we get happens, we should continue moving on. Staying out at night like this is not going to be conducive to our overall mission.
No.
Crowley walks off. Sorry, wanted to close those loops.
Mm-hmm.
Elder Druid?
Yep. All right. No, I'm here. I'm just checking some stuff.
And then she's gonna do her little prayers for Beathor and then continue on. Keep a watch.
All right. Anybody else got anything to do before we get to the midnight madness?
Let's go.
Yeah, actually, on that note too, I think that ironically, Aelinor is making like prayers for Beathor, but so is Crowley, like just way over there in his own private way. like a party member died. That's kind of his shtick.
Yeah. And now,
What a good gif.
So we said Pluck was taking the midnight shift?
Yes,
All right, give me a perception check.
I'll try.
I believe in you.
I do believe in you. You do not have to roll very high.
I don't believe in roll 20, but I believe in
Just
you.
don't roll a 1.
Natural 20.
Hopefully.
If we go
Maybe.
by hey, above 10.
It wasn't a 1.
7.
Okay.
Natural 20. 5.
Okay. Yeah, 5. That's all right. So, the first thing you notice as the spirit parade is going through town, or going through your camp and going past up the road, you can see the fighter and the monk from your group, as well as your wizard, basically from your old party, all walk by. And then trailing at the end of the party of the spiritual parade, at the very, very tail end of it, you guys do see you do see Beothor walking towards Castle the castle on the hill.
Oh.
So Pluck seeing that because we're all sleeping. Crowley's logged off.
Crowley at he probably like he just kind of stops and is like in whatever position he's in whenever like the clock strikes midnight, you know? So like I imagine he's like just staring down the road. Like he's just staring past down the road past like where the Vistani camp would have been.
So basically, while you're standing there staring past the road, Beothor basically would have walked right past you.
Yeah, that's a really cool theme. Cool that I don't get to experience. I love that. Like, there's a moment where, like, unless I have not interpreted the description of this. Fizzbang has not interpreted the description of this parade as, like, these being sentient ghosts, right? Like, they are just following a pattern. And so there's, like, no mind there. But there's also no mind in the physical form of Crowley at this time. So they just kind of, like, maybe they even lock eyes, but there's nothing behind them, and they just, like, pass through.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'd even say it goes far to say, like, half of Beothor literally passes through Crowley.
A shoulder check, but no physical bump. Yeah.
Yeah, shoulder check, but no physical bump.
That's a really cool scene. I love that. That'd make a really good painting to put on my wall.
Yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, so basically the spirit of Beothor passes through you. All the spirits walk up towards the castle, and everything else goes. The rest of the night is pretty uneventful. However, in the morning, you guys would like to give me some perception checks. That's gonna be everybody.
You got it.
Sexy!
Right,
I got the that 20 you asked for.
Thank you. Glad somebody did.
So,
Woof.
okay.
Cool.
You're still thinking about that tambourine.
I'm gonna crack that code.
Bramble dreams of tambourine.
Second. And see.
That's right. You
Why
can
am I-
copy those tokens.
Why am I like this? I opened up the wrong map. Okay.
Damn it.
Wait a second. I'm missing somebody.
No.
Oh, these guys look crusty.
So at first, you guys see what looks like shuffling, hunched humanoids that are kind of like shambling towards you. And as they get closer, you notice that they are these horrid-looking coniferous plants with needles growing across their body in quivering clumps.
Oh, ma'am.
They do not look pleasant. Give me initiative checks, please.
Did we get a long rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, yes, sir.
Those
This
of
is
us.
basically as you guys wake up in the morning and are about to start your dailies and
Why wasn't anybody on a third shift?
Mm-hmm. Oh, they made that look fucking weird. Okay.
I think I forgot to
Am I
click on
missing?
my buddy.
Yep. Okay, hold on.
Sorry, I rolled garbage anyway. So, but what's new?
How do I connect the initiative to my token? Because every
You
time I
Just click on it first.
You gotta click your token, yeah.
just
Speaking
click
of
it
clicking your
first and then
tokens,
roll initiative. I have a 20, but I don't know.
I just put it in for you. It's okay.
I consistently mess that up.
can we all get within a 5-foot square, please? Please.
We're so close.
No.
Because I copy and pasted everybody.
Until we're in initiative.
Boom. Alright, well hold on.
I'm not
I'm
here.
trying to fix the initiative.
I'm down there.
The important thing is we all go before. Well, most of us go before.
So close.
Alright, Bramble, you are up first.
So they're
I'm
all
just gonna refuse to roll from now on.
there's like violent plant creatures are coming after us. That's the I don't want this situation here.
Yes, they are violent plant monsters.
Oh, okay. All right, I guess I'll attack the violent plant monsters.
Which one?
So many
Take
violent
your
plant.
pick.
All right. I guess this guy. Do you see that when I'm clicking him?
Currently, no.
Then I
This
don't.
one?
That guy. Yep, that's the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna hoop back him.
Okay.
Let's hoop back him for now. See what happens. Hoop back. Not a bad hoop back.
You definitely hit.
Okie dokie. 6 damage.
Okay.
I am just gonna move back a little bit. Yeah, I'm good.
You moved closer to one of them, just as a heads up.
He moved back away from the one that
I didn't see it. He was off my map. He was off my map. Hold up.
I love that a lot. That's very Bramble.
I was. Yeah. No, I'll do that. I'll start walking that way, and I'm like, and I go the other way.
Use up all that movement.
So you can definitely see that your hoopak shot slams into it, knocks some pieces of wood and debris off of it, and takes a good chunk out of it. It is still standing.
Okay.
Alcarin.
All right. Let's see. Where's the nearest one? Let's see. Perfect. I'm just going to. Well, Blade, you seem as though you want to work with me. So let's work. And he's gonna basically strike the thing with the Ikoa.
Okay.
18 to hit.
You definitely hit.
I forgot it has a range. Cool.
Yep. That's why I always measure. Yeah, so that is 6 damage to this one.
Okay, so your Ikawa like stabs right in through its torso and it staggers in place for a second. You can tell that left a devastating cavity in its torso, but it is still standing.
You made an impact, but not the amount that I wished. We'll try again next time. And yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Eleanor.
Let's go. Yay. Hit my feet.
And you completely run it through. You chop it in half and it falls dead.
Yay.
Hooray. All right, and then 15, 20, 25, 30. Done.
All right. Then I believe it's Crowley's turn.
Crowley smash. Crowley moves up. And he's going to Booming Blade. So we will hit it with the longsword to see if anything happens. Ooh, 22.
Definitely hits. And it
11
is very
damage.
dead. This is very dead.
Cool, cool, cool. If the two pieces that remain move, they take the thunder damage.
I'm imagining you cut it in half, and
Yeah.
so the pieces, like, they are, they like drop down, and its legs kind of like stumble backwards. Its torso goes to drag itself towards you, and then it just explodes.
Hell yeah. That Crowley's turn. Well, I guess I still have movement. I could move towards. You move to here towards the next one, but it'll probably be dead before my turn comes around. Catch that.
All right, Rue.
Rue chucks his shield to the ground, two hands his warhammer, and goes to fuck it up.
Hell yeah.
Do it, bro. You do it.
Yeah. Why is the one-handed damage always higher than the two-handed? That's stupid.
All right, you managed to pretty severely injure it, but it is still standing. You like crumple one of its legs, and it's kind of like shambling at a weird, awkward angle, like the nurses from Silent Hill.
Whenever a weapon has like a two-handed option, it should be like it does one-handed damage plus a d4 or something like that. Like that just feels like it'd make more sense. That way it always does higher, even if it was low.
In the older editions, two-handed weapons always did just more damage, like strength damage.
Yeah.
So it was always like 1.5.
Yeah, so like if you had a 18 strength and did +4, a two-handed would do +6.
Cool.
Yeah, that's how they tried to, justify your using a big hammer versus like a war hammer.
Yeah, but like in the situations like this, I think I'm saying like add the d4 because that way you will never feel bad for having done two hands over one hand because when one hand could have rolled higher or did roll higher in these cases.
Well, and typically you wouldn't know because you wouldn't roll both.
It's
you
true,
would just
wouldn't
roll
know,
the d10.
But now you're guaranteed that you're always doing more damage, and it incentivizes you to do it that way at the drawbacks of, not having a shield.
But that is my turn.
All right. And it is Pluck's turn.
I guess I'll attempt to hit something. I'll try.
If you cast Fireball, you'll definitely hit.
Oh, with that attitude, you ain't gonna hit shit.
Don't do something cool, you'll
I have
miss.
empirical evidence that I probably won't hit shit. So fuck y'all and your fucking roll 20 bullshit. I'm going to just shoot it with my longbow.
Yeah.
Woo.
You do hit?
That was terrible. But okay.
That's what I rolled. Shut up.
I stand by what I said. It was terrible.
What?
So
Nice.
wait, why is that? Wait.
Sneak attack.
But there's no
You would get it from Rue being
yeah,
there.
because Rue is there, so
You got it in like its core and then it exploded.
Yeah, I'm imagining you just hear a very solid thunk as an arrow sticks into its head, and it just
What does sneak
drops
attack
to the
do?
ground.
How does that work?
You get X amount of D damage per depending on your level.
Sure, but
It's it triggers anytime you have advantage on an attack.
So my sneak attack activated because the enemy is preoccupied with someone else.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's not flanking.
Yeah, that's how I got sneak attack it's not exactly like I don't have it. I didn't have advantage on it because I can give myself advantage with rogue shit.
I see. That's really cool. I like that a lot.
And at later levels, you can take things like steady aim,
Uh-huh.
where if you just dedicate to not moving, you give yourself advantage.
Ah.
And that's how I make myself a target in the other game.
Target or turret?
Yeah.
Both.
Yes.
That was cool.
All right. So you clear out all the needle blights, and the forest returns to cricket noises.
It wasn't apparent already. This forest is sick.
This whole place is sick.
How the trees are staying alive without any proper sunlight is beyond me.
Maybe because Strahd thinks they're pretty.
Well, we're awake. Let's pack up and be off.
I'll be right back.
That was a lot of zip zabbing.
Forward and back.
Yeah. That's because I needed to measure. Leave me alone. Okay.
Welcome back, chat.
So real quick, when you guys get to this little bridge that's on the map over here,
E.
just so you can know what that was. So you guys approach you follow the river down to the base of a canyon, at the far end of which a great waterfall spills into a pool, billowing forth clouds of cold mist. A great stone bridge spans the canyon nearly 1,000 feet overhead.
Hmm.
And then we'll see if anything happens over here.
Doom.
Nope. Okay.
Strahd dies. He just like has a heart attack.
You would never know. He would just respawn.
Yeah, we'd have to go through the entire campaign, just never knowing.
Okay.
He's just like, I'm fine.
Oh, hold on. Things are hard to see because of stuff. Okay. There. Started there.
I'm back.
You missed it. Strahd had a heart attack.
Fantastic.
We will never know.
He'll respawn in
Wow.
1d4 days, and we're not gonna know. But he did have a heart attack.
Canon.
Was that before or after Redacted showed up?
While.
Ah,
And then Sonic showed up and we
Okay.
smoked up with him.
Anyway,
Jelly dog.
so you guys get to about there. And basically, even here, in the mountains, the forest and the fog are inescapable. In fact, this is the fog that does hit you with 1 level of exhaustion.
No.
boo.
So it rolls in, and it's almost so thick to the point where you start almost choking on it.
Is
Ahead,
that even if
the
we don't have to
dirt-
breathe it?
Yes, that's even if you don't have to breathe it.
Right.
Stupid thing.
Your visibility drastically decreases. But ahead you can see that the road splits in two, widening towards the east. And there you see patches of cobblestone, suggesting that the eastern branch was once an important thoroughfare.
I do not remember how to add exhausted. I'm sorry.
Click on conditions.
Technically, that's right there.
I do not know where I'm looking.
If you look on the character sheets, you see defenses. If you have any, or if you look at armor class, you'll see that big box where it says defenses.
Ah,
Next to that, it'll say conditions.
thank you.
Mhm.
We said that's exhausted.
Yep. Down at the bottom.
Got there. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So it's east this direction, and this is west, or am I looking at it backwards?
The
I think
compass is correct for
Yeah,
once.
we confirmed the compass is right. So west is
Oh, I didn't even notice the compass.
port
Yeah,
side.
the road to the east seems to head almost directly towards the castle.
Oh, not that way
Uh-oh.
yet. Perhaps I will return here once we get you safe. Arena.
What is your passive insight, Pluck?
I'll tell you right now. Oh, 15.
You can't quite put a finger on it, but you do kind of get like a looming sensation.
Meep.
Uh-oh, like a wounding? Like I'm in pain?
No, looming. Like someone is looming over you, but you look
Oh,
around. There's
looming.
no. Yeah,
Looming. Gotcha.
looming.
Yeah, so while we're moving and marching, she starts looking around, just feeling eyes on her, and she speaks up. I feel like something's watching us.
Hmm.
Would
I
not
Eleanor.
feel
be
like
the
there's
first time.
eyes. I feel like there's eyes on us right now.
Eleanor kind of peers around slightly. It's like, It's hard for me to tell because I always feel uneasy here. But I feel like the any sort of divine sensing
Can
would
I,
work anyway.
can I take a look around?
Absolutely. It doesn't matter what you
Yeah.
roll, you're not going to see anything.
detect evil. My brain explodes.
Rue puts a hand on Crowley's shoulder and grants him vigilant blessing.
Hell yeah. I don't remember what that does.
It gives you advantage on your next initiative roll.
Cool.
Not detect good and evil, but detect magic might help here if someone wants to do that.
I think I can. Hang on.
Nope.
I have see
Nope,
invisibility.
Never mind. Different character.
I can be invisible, but I don't think that's gonna help.
Well, don't just stand there. You're gonna watch us. You might as well approach us.
Or
We keep going.
Oh, sure. But if like there was something there watching us, and like letting it know we know it's there is one thing, and then if there is nothing there, then doing that causes no harm. Moving forward either way.
I know, but as funny as it was to watch Bramble get bitch slapped 40 feet, we don't need to see that again.
Just like
So
Speak for yourself.
So you issue your challenge into the mist.
Yep.
And you just kind of hear a very spine-chilling and familiar laugh. Don't worry. Your
Be
time
happy.
will come.
And with that voice, Plug just seizes up, like she's fully like erected straight, like ramrod straight, and like her spine is just could even like look like she could snap.
Eleanor just got her hand on her hilt of her rapier and the hilt of her short sword at the same time, and like her teeth are just fully out, just like almost full on cat mode.
You're all so adorable, quaking in your boots. Don't worry, I'll come for you in time. Just wait your turn. I have better things to deal with at the moment.
This fucking guy.
And then
But
that
Bramble-
sense of looming event, it seems to almost pass for a moment.
But Bramble, that
For
was your friend.
also in a moment.
You know, the one that you tried to antagonize and then he threw you
I
40
didn't
feet away.
antagonize anybody. I tried to shake somebody's hand.
Mm.
And he got very mad. Which is a silly thing to get mad about.
Mm.
So I guess if I had to live here in this really dark and gloomy place all the time, I'd get mad and upset too. So maybe that's why he's mad.
Let's see about this one. Nope. Okay.
Let's just try to get moving again. Which direction do we need to go in?
You guys need to continue technically northwest.
We follow the western path.
You guys do as you move into the next hex, come across a large, huge iron gate that hang on stonework. The fog seems to be spilling out from from the forest to swallow up the road to the point where pretty much to go anywhere except directly through the gates would be almost impossible with how thick the fog is. Now these gates are massive, maybe 40, 50 feet tall. Again, they are like clad in a stone palisade, and they are these huge wrought iron gates. Now, as you guys approach and you get within 50 yards, you can kind of see as the gates slowly swing open for you.
It's unsettling.
This
Do not
entire
like that.
place is unsettling.
I know.
I have not felt settled in months.
Let me pass through first. If it is a trap, then you will know promptly. And we went meow. So it wasn't a trap. It was not a trap.
It was indeed not a trap.
It was a tarp instead.
Mm.
It was not a tarp.
Hmm.
It was a door. But anyway.
It was not a tomb.
Puma. Okay.
Oh, and Elder Drew, when you get a sec, just reply back to my Discord DM.
Oh yeah.
That gift from
The never-ending
Random
story.
stories.
Atreyu, my first crush.
So I never got to watch that. I've only seen the trailer for it in every other VHS that I owned as a kid, and then we never found it in like Walmart or anything. So I never got to see it. I've never seen Neverending Story.
Movie together in your head.
Oh, God.
Yeah, more or less. And that doesn't show up in any of them.
It's a shame they only ever made one.
Sleepover movie night.
Oh yeah.
They only ever made the one.
Yep.
There for the podcast.
There's definitely no sequels.
You guys do come to another fork in the road as you guys are traveling down.
I added to my pork
when
collection.
When you look directly to the west, you see that the path is rather short, maybe a quarter of a mile, and then up on the top of a hill, you can see a very large, very decrepit stone windmill.
Any sense of familiarity?
You can all give me insight checks.
Yeah, well, sure, why not?
Right.
Oh, that was almost a natural 20. Disgusting.
Right?
It went from the
I
B
got
to
robbed.
the 14.
I got robbed.
Yeah.
There's no other way to describe it. I got robbed.
I do like that I am tied for the highest result, though, because I am carrying the windmill sword.
So, you guys are like, you all suddenly have wait, don't we have a deed for a windmill?
As I reach into my bag, haha.
Doesn't one of us technically own this?
I do own this windmill.
Bit of a fixer-upper.
Is it like almost time to sleep again, or is it?
So it's actually it's been like 3 hours, so
Okay.
no,
No.
it hasn't.
Yeah.
No.
I was gonna say like, oh well, if it's about to sleep, then maybe we just take a nap in our new property.
Oh, we can take a peek and see what's in there.
Sorry,
Or-
closer to 4 hours, but still.
Yeah, either
Or
way.
assume it's filled with a monster and keep going.
I
Yeah.
worry that it is unprecedented danger.
Either way, I think we have to pass next to it.
If it is associated with that house, then it has to be full of no good. We have a map, though, right?
You do have a map.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm just checking my weird cryptic notes.
Yep, your deed does have the name of the windmill listed as Old Bone Grinder.
Hmm. Old bone grinder. Iru, you were in
Hmm?
there with me. I don't think old bone grinder matches up with any of those cards, right? Unless there's blackened bones in there.
I
Which is
could
unlikely, but
I could stretch the definition of a stone dragon to be this.
oh, they can be real cryptic, so
I mean, is there anywhere else higher that we know of in the area?
I mean, there are plenty of mountains around. You
Right.
guys are like in the lower end of the valley.
Look, I can't read topography, and this topography sucks.
Yeah.
that is true.
We are in the lower bounds valley.
I mean, if we think this would be a good place to set up for a future safe house, clearing it out now when we are rested is better than later.
That's true. Then we can draw a bunch of holy symbols on it, keep the zombies out.
And make sure it's not haunted.
That too.
Exposing our charge to any potential danger would be irresponsible.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Even if that is a good idea.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you guys,
Eastmark will also chime in and be like, "Yeah, I'm on that. If you guys want to come back here after we drop my sister off in Vallaki, like I'd be willing to help."
Shouldn't be too much farther, so we can go back without much issue.
Looking at the map, there is a section of woods, I believe, that we might be able to cut through to save us hours of travel.
Is there still fog coming out of the trees, DM?
So it's not necessarily that there's like fog coming out of the trees, but the woods themselves are so thick, it would be very difficult to travel through.
Also, who knows what makes these woods their home?
That is true.
Then on we move.
yep.
Hmm?
That would be where I would say we could cut through.
Uh-oh.
Last chance.
Either way, I think something's gonna cut through us.
Oh, don't be so dramatic.
A thunderstorm sets in, and the exact same people get electrocuted.
Wrong game.
Twice.
Wrong game, but yeah.
Twice.
Twice.
Oh my god.
Mudslide.
Yeah, followed by a mudslide.
But Poppet isn't here to save us.
I mean, good news.
Poppet
the
is
mudslide would
sitting
go
on
towards-
Strahd's shoulders.
Yes.
Poppet
Poppet
is
is running.
Strahd.
Poppet
Poppet's
is Strahd,
running
yeah.
the show.
This is Curse of Poppet.
Oh god.
And you,
Oh, no.
Irina, will be my new bride.
I did that
Oh,
without the
fuck.
voice
That
modulator.
was good.
Thank you.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh fuck.
I
That's gonna
will
be
haunt your
weird.
dreams.
The
Luna
DM
just-
is having an existential crisis, or like something's
Yeah.
going on underneath his table. I don't know, but the fucks.
Do I kill them? Do I
By
kill
the
them?
way, Luna is staring at me since I did that voice. Like, mommy, what is wrong with you?
No, no, no. She's looking. Luna's looking at you because you need to be exercised.
Like, mommy, I'm the baby.
I thought Gandalf was the younger one.
Nope, he's older than her.
Oh wow.
We got him as a distinguished gentleman.
He just doesn't have a brain.
Yes.
He just doesn't what?
He doesn't know how to brain.
He thinks he's a doggy.
That's good. We love that.
He
Mhm.
also has a chicken nugget for a brain.
Mm.
It's
Well,
just a
you know
chicken
what they
nugget.
say. You are what you eat.
Well, he tries. It's just a chicken nugget on a choo-choo train.
God, this should be a fucking crime. Ugh.
Are we gonna
we're
have
doing
time
great.
for whatever's about to happen?
Probably not. But this is gonna be a wonderful place to end it.
Fantastic.
So as the party is traveling down the path, you guys are suddenly like jarred to attention by a rushing in the trees and brushes all the way around you. Pretty much the entire woods around you start moving. And then in a brief instant, an almost deafening cacophony of howls come from the tree line around you, and out erupts a very large pack of wolves.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh no. Holy whoa.
Time to make a coat.
1, 2, 3.
This would be
4, 5,
funny if
6,
I had a
7,
sense
8,
of humor.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
There's 14.
14. Okay.
That's like 7 coats.
So, as the wolves all surround the party, making it impossible to pass and gather in an offensive posture, we will end the session there for tonight. And we will look forward to following this up next week. Hopefully a little earlier than we did today.
Next week at session 10, titled Bad Doggy, No!
Hey, doggy.